Oh, look who's back on the channel.
Look who's back. Back again.
We are Dom and Marie, and you usually see us traveling around North America in vans.
Or sometimes we are building vans with your dad in the garage.
Now that we are together for only a couple of days, we decided to give you a little forecast of what's coming up in 2022.
Forecast. But before we do so, let's recap the last couple of weeks and months because things have been quite busy on our end, and we're going to be doing this now.
Boop.
And if there's anything that a man could quote, thanks about all of the time, baby, you got it. Baby, you got it.
Let's start with a couple of questions you got for us on Instagram today. And obviously last week. And obviously some questions are for Marie. First question, what did Marie do? What did Marie do? She went silent.
I did not go silent. I have been taking a little break from social media, which I've been doing for the last year. But I flew to Nicaragua. I have friends that own a hotel. It's called Café con Leche, and I was there for nearly 2 weeks. I didn't do much. I swam. I was with some friends. I was on the beach. I tried to work. My longest session lasted 46 minutes. And I tried to come back with a tan, but obviously Dom's already
more tan than you.
Darker than me. So that's what I did. I was in Nicaragua taking a little time for myself. It was much needed. I even came back with a tattoo.
A prisoner tattoo?
No, it's the GPS coordinates of the
hotel.
Café con Leche.
Oh, nice.
Because
very
it was a much needed trip. And that's what I did. It was fun, and yeah, I'll tell you more about that place soon.
Next question. What have you learned being separated from each other?
That this place is much cleaner without you.
Really?
They do it so nice.
What I learned is I learned how to spend a little bit of time alone.
This is what I'm still trying to learn.
It's not an easy task. It's very grounding to spend time with yourself, and this is what I did a couple of times in the West when I was traveling in the United States. Just spending time alone in the desert or in the buttes or in the grasslands is very resourceful. Resourcing? I was alone for a couple of days. You know, spending 4 days in the desert without seeing any single soul is very hard.
I wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah.
No, but honestly, I think I learned that I have amazing friends and families that support me. Also learned that traveling alone is something that I should do more.
Mm-hmm.
I think I forgot how independent I was.
Mm-hmm.
And being alone was very good for my soul, body, heart, mind. Also learned that you're gonna be very important to me, whatever happens. And
yeah, I learned that too. Well, I already knew.
We already knew we were gonna stay friends and whatever.
We're not gonna cancel our relationship. The next question is my favorite. If you could be dinosaurs for only one day, which dino would you be?
Was that a real question?
It was a real question.
What's your dinosaur?
I think I would like to be a velociraptor. Velociraptor.
Why?
Because they're super fast.
But you're like the person that drives the slowest.
Yes, but I would like to be a velociraptor to be super fast. What about you?
You're probably a T-Rex because I'm the king of the jungle.
That's the only dinosaur you probably know, right?
Yes.
You could be a brontosaur. You could be a pterodactyl. Or you could be a balor.
A what?
It's a very nice dinosaur. That's a good one. Where will your project be in 1 year and 3 years?
Ooh.
Building vans, traveling in vans, meeting people, collabs. Like there's plenty of options for us on the table, and we just don't know which direction to take. So you might be very useful with today's videos in the comments section telling us what you would like to see, which brings us to our second section of this video.
Second thing. Do we have a jingle that says second?
So what's going on for us in 2022? As of now, we don't have the full schedule laid out yet, but we have the next 6 months ready to share. So the next few weeks are going to be focused on pre-production for commercial shoots because we got hired to shoot content commercially for some of Quebec's regions. So this is going to take a lot of pre-production time. And I also have to help or to figure out the next client for my father because he is starting his 12th build.
Is it a 12th?
12th build in February, yes.
It's massive.
So we're gonna meet with Sean, our new client, and we're gonna draw a new van and start building a new van in February. Meanwhile,
Meanwhile, I am going back to Nicaragua, leaving next week. I am going to be there for a month, at least till the end of February. When I'm there, I'm going to be working on my PhD, which I really need to finish. Planning on finishing it somewhere in May, June. I'm also giving a class at Ottawa U, so I'll be working on that. And I also have to manage Native Campervan social media. So I'm going to be pretty busy while I'm there, and the next couple of months are going to be hectic.
So up until she finishes her PhD, everything is pretty packed already. So from now until June, we're working. And after June, we don't really know what's going on. So if you have any suggestions, well, the calendar is open.
Well, I do have a few questions about that, to be more precise.
Okay.
Okay. You got it.
So what should we be doing with Vanlife Saga, meanwhile, for 2022? So Vanlife Saga 2022. Now that we have you guys.
Say it with a German accent.
So Vanlife Saga 2022 ein paar Kreativ. So what should we be working on in 2022 for Vanlife Saga? Now that we have you guys online and that we love interacting with you guys, I think it could be a good idea to just plan the year with their input instead of doing it the other way around.
In 2021, we did a new build series.
Yeah.
We did instructional videos, sort of like tips and tricks. You traveled alone and documented that. We also did an international van rental series type of thing where we visited places like Iceland, New Zealand, South Africa, and the States.
Based on old videos, yeah?
So we'd like to know what you guys want to see, what you like, dislike, just so we can plan accordingly.
Here are a few ideas that we have for this year that we plan on showing on our channel for you guys to watch.
I have
You
a
ready?
question.
What's your question?
Can we do a poll in the comment
I
section?
don't know if we can do a poll.
Maybe ask a question and then I can do A equals this, B equals this, C, D.
Yeah, well, what I thought of doing is I'm gonna draw a pie chart with all the ideas of what we try to do as for content.
I like sugar pies.
A pie chart is more like a graph on, okay. So I'm gonna draw a pie chart and people can say, well, A is interesting, B sucks, we don't care about C, D, E, for example.
Got it.
Okay? So here are a couple of ideas for the year 2022 on Vanlife Sagas.
And here is the sugar pie chart.
How can I draw a sugar pie? Anyways, here's just a pie chart, okay? So first, I think it would be interesting to have some DIY stuff come back just because we have access to a lot of expertise, meaning Native Campervan, Vanlife Customs,
Your
and
dad.
my father. Like we play with van stuff every week, like components, heaters, fans, woodwork, cabinet making, drawers,
You mean like how-tos? Like we did with the
and,
curtains and stuff like that?
Yes, so I think they're not the most entertaining videos, although we can make them entertaining, but they're the most useful.
They're very informative.
They're very informative. So what about DIY stuff / informative videos on how to build and manage vans? That would be the first section.
The second section would be like entertaining videos, lifestyle, what we do on a daily basis type of thing, who we are, what we like, what we dislike, us going snowboarding, us cooking. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, like daily living in a van. Not about building vans, it's more about how do we live and how do we interact in vans and figure
Work
it out.
and
Yeah.
games and stuff like that.
Yeah. With that category, I think there was a third one emerging, and this is more about traveling. So it's more about the places that we see and the people that we meet. So that also could be interesting, like the things we did in the West Canadian and the things I did in the American West a couple of weeks ago. It's always interesting to see places and to meet people, so maybe that could be of interest for these guys.
Traveling.
Traveling videos, and maybe you could tell us, yeah, do more traveling videos, please come to Europe.
You need to put the van on a boat to go to Europe.
Or you need to buy a boat.
Oh, Senor, here we go again. We're not buying a freaking catamaran. You can do whatever you want, but I'm not buying a catamaran, dude. You have to sell your condo if you want to buy a catamaran.
Yeah.
Are you selling the condo?
Well, if we want to start Boat Life Saga, we're going to have to sell the condo. Would you like to see more travels in vans? I don't know. That's your idea. And then the next categories are more specific. I have what I call the special category, where we do very special videos on myths and weird stuff about.
Are you talking like stunts and stuff like that?
Well, it's gonna feel more stunty. For example, how easy or how hard it is to blow up a propane tank, and we actually blow up a propane tank to show you how it's done.
Why would you want to do that?
Because people are afraid of propane tanks. So might as well just show people how it works. What else could we do in the special series?
How to blow up your water tank?
How to blow up a water tank. Like, we're just gonna blow up stuff. How many people can you fit in our van? What really?
You took notes?
Yeah. What really happens to your body if you don't wash for 30 days?
Oh, you should know the answer by now.
Yeah. So all the myths and secrets of van life explained. How about that kind of video?
How much time would our solar kit last if we plug in a washing machine in our van?
Yeah.
That's actually really good.
Because you can see how strong the electrical components are. You know, stuff like that. We should try out stuff.
That's a really good idea.
Like, what do you think about the special series or the Mythbusters series? That could be cool.
That would be really cool. We just need a lot of budget and a space to do, and helmets.
We need helmets.
And goggles.
Okay, what other kind of series do we have?
I would love to do collaborations with other Vanlifers or YouTubers or whatever. I'm already thinking of Van Wives. Love those ladies. Tyler and Todd are amazing as well. Exploring alternatives. You know what we could do? We could ask them questions and have them answer while eating like hot peppers and stuff like that.
And marshmallows at the same time.
As many marshmallows as you can put marshmallows.
Yeah, so we could interview people like the Van Wives and ask them very specific questions on, you know, their YouTube life and everything. And every time they answer, they have to
add a marshmallow in their mouth.
Add a marshmallow to their mouth and see how many marshmallows they can get in
I'd love to meet other people.
But anyway, yes, I think Vanlife Sagas, we were a bit shy on collabs in the last few years. Like, we got people reaching out. Sometimes we say yes, but not often.
But it's hard though. Like, a lot of Vanlifers are in the States. We're in Eastern Canada. I feel like no one's around us. Like, Van Wives and Tyler and Todd are like 15-hour drive away. You can't, that's not something you can do like on a Thursday and come back for work on a Friday.
Yeah, you're right. So we would have to plan the collabs. But if you want to see us collab with anyone, and it doesn't have to be Vanlife people.
No, of course not.
We can collab with Justin Trudeau if you want.
See, I was going to say Justin Bieber, but...
So anyways, what are your thoughts about collaborating? And give us ideas, please. We have a few, but it could be cool to have your ideas.
If you have anyone in mind, please let us know.
Oh, and Marie came up with a very good series that we could shoot, and it's called the swapping series. So we just show up and meet someone with who we can swap our van. So for example,
I would love to swap the van for like a sailboat or someone living on a boat, just like for a short period of time.
Yeah.
Someone living in a tree house, someone living in a mansion. You think someone lives like in a submarine?
If you know someone who we can swap with for a submarine, let us know. That could be very awesome, but I don't think we're gonna find this. But anyways, a series about swapping the van for other, you know, ways of living, that would be awesome. It's not a new idea, it's just a fun idea to shoot and to live with you guys. Many series that we could shoot for you in 2022. Let us know which one is the most appealing, and we'll try to make my pie chart again. Resolutions for 2022, Marie, Pierre?
My friends are going to be, if my friends watch this video, they're going to be laughing so hard because I've been having the same resolution for the last 5 years, and I'm not going to share it with you because every time I share
What is it?
Like, if I was to find one resolution, it would probably be to spend more time alone with myself. That's something I want to accomplish in 2022, honestly.
Well, you're off to a good start. You're leaving again in a couple of days and you're gonna focus on yourself again.
So that's my resolution. I want to be able to spend more time alone and by myself. What's your resolution?
I don't have resolution. I don't have standard resolution. I have a little resolution program I want to share with you. They're called, they don't have a name. They're like anti-resolutions. So basically you have to set up a set of objectives that are impossible to achieve, and you have to fail at them So you make sure you succeed at failing your resolution.
But the goal is to have like one.
No, the goal is to fail every single one of the impossible resolutions.
But why would you want to fail?
Because you succeed at failing at them. So I have one resolution per month, and every month the challenge is basically impossible to achieve. Example, in January I'm gonna write to Chris Burkhart's team to let them know I'm available for help on the shoot. And if I don't get an answer, or if they literally just delete my email, or if they just answer like, no, we're not interested, I succeeded.
What if you fail and they say, yes, come on down?
Well, guess where I'll be spending my time shortly after that. So this is the fun part. You set up yourself for failure 12 times in the year.
Just so you're never disappointed type of thing?
Yeah, your expectations are like on the ground. And if something happens, something happens. If nothing happens, you succeeded. So 12 resolutions, try it out. Just make a list of 12 impossible things to achieve in 2022 and fail at them. That could be very fun. You know? See you later.
Is that how the video ends?
Okay, bye.
Faut que tu fasses un petit son.
French Canadian Lesson number 18. Voici mon bateau une dernière fois. Here's my boat one last time.